Any any updates from today? And you expect to have guys back tomorrow?
Well, as far as Rich, I'm sure that's who you're kind of asking about. He participated today, but it's kind of a day-to-day thing. We'll get another. We'll see tomorrow where he is or what's going on. But with him, it really is a day-to-day thing now. We're just trying to get him amped back up.
And then, when you look at last night, it seemed to me in the moment, and then I had to kind of go back and watch it to really kind of maybe affirm what I saw there a little bit. But I was wondering from your standpoint, when you go through a 5-game skid like that, did it look dramatically different, or was it kind of the little things along the way that were incrementally different? Because to me, it felt like it was who was this team? Hadn't seen this in a while.
Uh, I don't know if it was dramatically different. I think what you saw was the constant competitiveness, and I think sometimes we've kind of fluctuated in that area right there, which has put us in a tough situation. But I thought last night we stayed engaged the whole game, and the bottom line is that we made some shots, and we came up with some defensive stops. That's the formula for winning games in this league. And I thought we consistently did that. We had 70 points in the paint, which tell me that not only were we out running, but we were also attacking the basket. They played without a rim protector. Dwight Howard is a different story. I mean, he wasn't in that many minutes, but we just felt like for us to be successful that we would have to, attack the basket, and have some points in the paint. And like I said, we ended up with 70 of them, so that's pretty good.
Can you roll that over to an opponent that might have more of a rim protecting, like maybe not 70, but do you see maybe a little bit of a carryover there where you can still attack the paint?
Well, I don't know, if you necessarily have to score 70, but you have to be in the paint enough that they think you're relevant enough to shrink their defense, and then that also opens up the three-point shot, I think. So, it's just a combination of figuring out where you are. Are we attacking the rim to score? Are we attacking the paint to create open shots out on the floor?
And then my final one is just when you were in Portland, it looked like you guys had more of a concerted effort to try defensively to kind of pack the paint. It worked out pretty well last night. Do you see that kind of being an evolution of that, trying to pack the
Well,
paint
we've changed our philosophy a little bit. Yeah, I think what has happened is that we changed our philosophy to the point where, we were getting hurt badly in the paint. Just like last night, the offensive rebounds, obviously the first half really hurt us. And it's the one area where we said if we clean just that area up alone, it's going to afford us an opportunity to win the game. And, we gave up 20 the first half, 2 the second half. And I think that's also a situation that give you an opportunity to get out and run because the offensive rebounds are not there. So you have an opportunity to get the ball and push it. And obviously, you're a much better running team when you're running misses and not makes.
Yeah, the next three games that you guys have, 2 games against Houston and then Detroit as well. I'm just curious, how much do you look at that schedule and highlight it as a stretch that you need to take advantage of?
Well, I don't really look at it that way. I mean, I think, like we play this Houston team, and it really is a team that you cannot look at their record. And I know that's an old cliche or whatever you want to call it, but you can't look at their record. They're a really, really talented team. They play at an extremely fast pace. They're very athletic. They got a lot of guys that can put you on SportsCenter, as a highlight. So I just think you got to be careful looking at that. It's going to be they're a very competitive team, and they've had some good wins over some very good teams. So, for us, we have to lock in and still continue to do what we did last night and try to improve on that. The one thing we talked about in practice is that we can't be repetitive on the mistakes that we're making. We've got to take care of that, and then if there's something else that we need to adjust to, then we'll do that. But we can't keep repeating the mistakes that we've been making.
And we're kind of getting into trade season here. You've been around the league for a long time. I'm curious your philosophy on and your point of view of is that something that you feel like should kind of be acknowledged among the locker room and the guys that you're working with, the potential of moves, or do you kind of keep that in the
No,
background?
I think what is obvious in this league is that trades are part of it, and I tell guys you have to look at it two ways. Okay, I'm getting traded, but obviously somebody else wanted me, and then from the standpoint of playing, you just got to go out and do your job. It's no different than coaches and everybody's talking about your job on the line or you getting fired and things like that. You gotta block all of the white noise out, and you just gotta go do your job, and whatever's happening is gonna happen anyway. And so, spending a lot of time worrying about it, or worrying if am I getting traded, or worrying about am I getting fired, it's not productive at all. And I think in this situation, you got to try to be as productive as you possibly can.
Hey, Coach, I know Marvin took a hit in the hand last night and he had to undergo some testing. Just wondering how is he feeling today, and just do you have any update on the status for tomorrow?
He participated in practice, didn't do any of the really physical stuff, but I think that everything came back negative, so it's just a matter of the threshold of pain that he can take, and I'll be surprised if he doesn't play.
And Marvin, starting into the starting lineup for the past couple of games, just wondering what have you seen from him over that span, and what did you feel about his defensive performance last night against LeBron? I know he was in the game late, and he had a pretty good night, and just wondering what you saw.
Well, I think he's done a good job. He did a good job when we played him down there, but a good job on LeBron. LeBron means 34 points or whatever. But I still thought that he did a good job from what we talked about from a game plan situation, and what Marvin did guarding him. And I think the one thing that he's done in our lineup is that he's helped our rebound, and that was an area that we were struggling in. And I think him being in the lineup have kind of helped our rebounding some too.
Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well.
How are you?
You show the. I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good. I'm a lot better today than I was, 2 days ago. Okay.
Great. That's great. Coach, I guess you saw the video of the game last night. What aspects of your game you would like to maintain for the games against the Rockets?
Well, I think just our activity defensively. I thought we did a good job with that, and obviously they made some shots, and LeBron was LeBron, but I thought overall our activity was really good. I thought we played at a good pace, and I think we did that because we, created situations that we weren't running, taking the ball out of the basket, but we were running on missed shots. And I think you're a better team playing in pace when you're playing in pace on missed shots. So those are the two things that I think are very important. And then we got to continue to attack the paint, to score, or as I said, to create shots for other people.
And also speaking about Metu's season so far, how satisfied you are about his progress? Because last night he took one of the most important shots of the game, 1 minute to go. How satisfied you are about his progress and his growth as the season goes on?
Well, I think he's been great. Obviously he was slowed down a little by COVID, as everybody else has been, in the league or in the country, in the world. But I thought he came back from that. He was able to get in a little bit of personal workouts on his own. But I think he's playing. I think he's progressing, and I think that's the main thing that you want to see. He's a very young player, has not played a whole lot of minutes in the NBA, but he seems to get better the more minutes we play him, and it's good. It's good to watch his improvement because he's really put in the work to get there.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Alvin.
Hey, Jay.
We just had Davion in here. Do you think he's hit the rookie wall a little bit? And then how do you get him, moving forward, to maybe not work so hard off the court and wear himself out all the time, moving forward?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think, there are situations where I think he's played great for us, and I want him on the court and things like that. His shooting has not bothered me at all. I think that's kind of a rookie thing you go through. He does put in a lot of work, and I think what he's learning is that you got to learn to pace yourself, especially as a rookie, because, we've already played more games right now than he played winning a national championship last year. So, it becomes tough, and especially with him, he's just such a hard worker. He's in there before practice. I guarantee he's there right now, working on his shot and doing things like that. So, and he'll find a happy medium between the two. I don't. He really is one of the guys that I don't worry about, because I think he's gonna do whatever it takes for him to be the best player that he can possibly be.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of his stuff is a good problem to have. Now, with Holmes, just how he's missed, I think it's 16 games at this point, 17, somewhere right around there. How big of an impact has that had on just the way that you have to scheme both defensively and offensively? You don't really have a player like him unless it's Damian Jones, who has some of the similar traits, but even he has been out for a while as well.
Yeah, obviously Rich was very important to our team. He gives us another element of scoring, gives us another element defensively of just being a smart player that has a tendency to come up with big plays at the end of games. So he's been missed, and I think working him back in and getting him playing again is going to really help our team. Just his presence on the floor, I think, give our guys a lot more confidence.